Greetings, Farcebook users. My name is Lark Zuckerberg, the founder of Farcebook, and we here at Farcebook wanted to take a moment to tell you about our efforts to protect you from evil Russian mind control propaganda. We know that you are weak-minded fools who are easily influenced by memes like this one, criticizing our friends, the media, who of course we trust completely all the time. Or this one, which glosses over the fact that prescription medication and lifestyle-related diseases are the biggest killers in the industrialized world, and that eating greens are yucky, ew. Meanwhile, we don't pay any attention to pages like this one, promoting cryptocurrency scams that try to steal your money. Or these good folks over at CNN, who lied to drum up public support for the illegal invasion of Iraq that killed a minimum of 200,000 innocent civilians. Raytheon sends their thanks. We know because we read their messages. And we know that the majority of Farcebook users probably won't care about any of this because you are usually too busy arguing over the manufactured outrage of the week, like Nike's new ad or the Kavanaugh nomination, to be aware of how you are actually being manipulated. Hint, it's not Russia, it's us. Welcome everyone to this October 5th edition of What's Happening in Crypto with me, your host, the Crypto Lark, broadcasting to you from New Zealand and bringing you all of the latest from the crypto world and beyond. Today's top stories: how cryptocurrency exchanges are continuing to evolve, Ameritrade getting into crypto, and the plot by Facebook to control your mind. A massive thank you to today's sponsor, Liquid.com, the most secure exchange in crypto designed to make trading easy for beginners and pros alike, delivering massive liquidity for fiat pairs, plus little to no fees for fiat deposits. Liquid also provides margin trading with up to 25x leverage and margin lending, so you can go off and earn some interest on your Bitcoin. They also host an ICO investment platform to be used with fiat, and you'll get a whopping 50% discount on trading fees when using the cash token. And as an additional bonus, if you sign up using the link below, you'll get a $10 airdrop of cash tokens by verifying your account and placing a trade over $100. On to our first story of the day, and it is a whopper of a story without a doubt. Ameritrade to launch regulated cryptocurrency exchange. This is a continuation of the monsters of finance continuing to dip their toes into crypto. Now, in particular, Ameritrade has gone off and acquired ErisX, an existing crypto exchange. Now they're going to be offering both spot prices for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin futures. So the selection will be quite limited to just a few of the top cryptocurrencies, obviously with exchanges like Coinbase moving towards offering a wider range of cryptocurrencies. This Ameritrade exchange is already behind in the race. But to see such a big company like this going, wow, we're missing out on the cryptocurrency train here, we better get involved. When I see things like this, it's hard to continue to feel this bearish sentiment that a lot of people have been sort of living with, and you see what's being built, and I'm very, very bullish on the future of cryptocurrencies. When you have companies like this getting involved, wow, that is very interesting indeed. The U.S. court cements commodity verdict on cryptocurrency. So this is in particular relation to the CFTC, that they consider all cryptocurrencies to be commodities. This is extending what was said earlier in the year by the SEC about particularly Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's interesting to see this continued interest by these organizations to try and scramble to define what cryptocurrencies are. Again, the US is really behind the times that they're sitting around arguing about, well, how do we define these things? Well, you have little countries like Malta way ahead, countries like Japan way ahead. So the US regulators really need to get off their butts and make some decisions here, or more businesses will slowly move away from the US market, at least in terms of where they're setting up their businesses at, if not offering services to US citizens. US legislators introduced a bill to find a common definition of blockchain technology. Well, gosh, I'm glad somebody's listening to my critiques from the previous article. That's fantastic, US legislators. Now, look, seriously, this is a long time coming. We're coming up to the 10th anniversary of Bitcoin in just a few weeks. To see them having taken this long, it's crazy. It's crazy. But you have a corrupt machine in Washington, which only works as you continue to insert money into it, and it kind of sputters forward. And so it takes a little time to get things put together, but at least that is a positive development as well. The evolution of cryptocurrency exchanges. Well, Coinbase, valued at $8 billion. $8 billion. Wow. It's amazing to see how much some of these companies are worth. And you look at some of the other cryptocurrency exchanges. Imagine if Binance were to have an IPO. How much would Binance be worth? We know how much the Binance coin is worth. That's an interesting story in of itself. But how much is the business worth? If they were to have an initial public offering today, how much would those stocks actually be worth? How much would that company be valued at? Similar questions could be put to exchanges like Gemini, for example. But it is really speaking to the incredible professionalization that we see happening with the industry overall. Digital asset insurance coming to Gemini. This has been something that crypto businesses have struggled with for a very, very long time. How do we get insured? How do we protect ourselves? We all know about the hacks. The hacks keep happening, and it's a very famous thing. But imagine having these hacks happening, but nobody will insure you. And that sucks for these crypto companies. So it's nice to see that Gemini has been able to find an insurer to insure their hot wallets. Cryptocurrency exchange Poloniex removes margin and lending products for US users. I think we see yet another situation of these exchanges really deferring to safety when it comes down to it, because it's the US regulators that continue to make a hard time for exchanges that offer these kind of products. And some exchanges are even offering a global exchange minus the US and then a US specific exchange. To see Poloniex doing this, it's just yet another mark in a long list of names of companies who have done similar practices. It's nice to see the regulators in America are working so hard to keep the average person from being able to generate wealth. Lightning Network powered Bitcoin soda machine. Do we really need this? Well, I guess it's an interesting proof of concept. We have the coffee machine that came out about a week or two ago. Now we have a soda machine as well. If you're going to be buying some of the other cryptocurrencies, guys, don't buy Coke. Don't buy Coca-Cola. Oh no. But nevertheless, this is a cool utilization of the technology. It'll go up, buy a soda, and pay for it using Bitcoin. We need more of this, actually. When it gets to this level, then it becomes actually very interesting in terms of a global payments network that can be used for damn near anything. Luxury condo going up in Manhattan will be tokenized on the Ethereum blockchain. This is going to be such a common story moving forward. Tokenization of everything. Security tokens are going to be absolutely massive when it comes down to it. And for all of you small-time investors out there that would like to put, a few $100,000 into a $30 million condo in Manhattan, Your prayers have been answered, guys. I know you were waiting for this. Here it is. Here it is. Mainframe partners with Telefónica's innovation arm. Now, you might be asking, Lark, who the heck is Telefonica? Well, I'm glad you asked. Telefonica is a massive, massive multinational based out of Spain. 300 million customers. Now, in particular, Mainframe will explore solutions for greater data security, user privacy, digital freedom in the telecommunications industry. This is actually a really, really exciting partnership for Mainframe and can take it to the whole next level in terms of getting their brand out there, getting their technology used. And you have to keep it real. We need to see Mainframe bringing in more of these kind of partnerships. But that's a pretty damn good start and definitely puts Mainframe into a separate league in terms of partnerships, because there's some companies that get amazing partnerships like this, and there's a lot of crypto companies that never get amazing partnerships like this. And the final story of the day, the Russian plot to control your mindfulness. Yes, your mindfulness. A faux spiritual Facebook page run by Kremlin propagandists. Oh, goodness gracious. And what were their big crimes that we had to take down their Facebook page? They put up these two memes here. Harmful if swallowed, mainstream news media. And another one, prescription medicine is not healthcare, food is healthcare. Ah, those Russians at it again. I can't believe it. What an attack on democracy. They put up two picture memes. That's going to overthrow America immediately. Oh my goodness. The grand irony of this article is that they're saying, well, you should really be mindful of the things that you share and the things that you do, not realizing the intense irony of even writing an article like this, espousing mindfulness while not being very mindful, of course, what they're actually writing themselves. Now, why is all of this so dangerous? Well, the Russian government wants to strengthen its geopolitical influence by undermining the military and economic alliances that oppose it, including NATO, NAFTA, and the European Union. Let me show you how Russia plans to overthrow NATO, NAFTA, and the European Union all at the same time with these memes right here. These are going to do it. It's going to end everything. Here they thought it was going to have to be nuclear weapons or millions of soldiers, trade wars, all these things. No, it was memes the whole time. The ridiculousness of this story boggles my brain, to be honest. And they say, of course, what they want to see is trusting the sources of information, right? The sources of expertise. They're saying you should trust your government. You should trust the media. You should trust your doctors. That might be a very controversial statement for some of you to hear. But when you see how many deaths are directly attributable to the medical profession, you might start to question that as well. You should trust economists, people like Paul Krugman, of course, who was so famously wrong about things like the internet. Yes, these are the people we should be trusting. Mindfulness. If you want to be thinking about practicing real mindfulness, question things. Don't just believe what you're told. If the media tells you something, if your government tells you something, how many times have we all been lied to by the media and the government? Medical establishment, on and on the list goes. Lots of times. Think for yourselves. Verify. Don't trust. That's why cryptocurrencies are amazing, right? You have code written and things just run. You don't have to worry about the government to make a promise to you and then as soon as they get elected, break that promise. Right? We don't have to worry about the media lying to us when we can actually verify things. And I know all this technology is in its nascent stage still, but the potential of this technology to at least make the internet a slightly better place is very promising. And one final note for everyone, I will be discontinuing the weekly live streams that had been happening Monday at 2 p.m. New Zealand time. I won't be doing any regularly scheduled live streams moving forward. There will still be live streams from time to time on a more ad hoc basis, but the regular scheduled live stream is being canceled. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. Let me know what you think about any of the stories down below in the comment section. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Hit that bell to stay up to date with all of the latest in the crypto space. Join the conversation over on Twitter, Telegram, or Steemit. Long live the blockchain. Peace out till next time.